Is our shepherd, I shall not want. Him maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yeah! Though I rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Who prepare a table before I. In the presence of our enemy them, who anointed I head with no oil. The cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Ja, kadama way grow my be. How my house of Lisa? I don't know what talk. It was simply for. My house of Lisa. I don't know what talk. It was simply for. I want you more. Who you all done? This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here we are not neutral, never claim to be, because we are not. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. In my name, Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the family in its whole entirety. That is what we literally do here. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, all and sundry, the rank and file of our people, right from the crowns of their heads all the way down to the soles of their feet, and subject these ideas to some crucial forensic scrutiny, right after which we tease out the creme de la creme of all these ideas and use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. It is the headquarters of the truth. Yes, the domicile of the truth. This is the palace of the truth, the mansion of the truth, the foundation of the truth. This is the hometown of the truth. This is the bedroom of the truth. Above all, ultimately, this is the truth. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. I'm glad to say that we are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram. We are also on X, formerly called Twitter. And on TikTok, we keep ticking and talking with the gracious hands of patriotism. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a certain story that is so dear to your heart that you want us to follow up on. We are masters of this. We would follow up on the story for free. Oh my God. Just give us the information and we'll follow it up, and everything will be everything. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and here we speak truth to power. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you hit on the subscription button. Right after that, you hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch this. Again, please share the broadcast and recommend us to family and friends. Come here. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. At this point, I want to say thank you so much to our sponsors. Thanks so much to Tesori Doriente. Now turn every single shower into a royal experience. My brother, my sister, oh yes. Now when we talk about Tesori, we are talking about that shower gel that brings you closer to the Garden of Eden. Smell like the Garden of Eden. Have the confidence from the Garden of Eden. Oh my God, have mercy. Is there a new chick in town you need to impress? Maybe there's a new guy in the area. You want to show some levels. Please go get Tesori Doriente. Now it is soft, it is smooth, it is silky, and it has a long-lasting oriental fragrance. My brother, my sister, pour a little bit of Tesori Doriente in your palm. Now shake the bath waters and you would have a rich ladder of foam that nourishes your skin and keeps it glowing like the morning sun, just like my skin. Tesori Doriente also fights off insects and keeps your skin very, very fresh. And for 48 hours and over, you will be smelling like the Garden of Eden. Tesori Doriente comes in several fragrances, not flavors, remember, because this is natural. My personal favorite is the Forest Therapy. I also love the Royal Oud. Oh yes, I also love many others, including the Ikagai, the Karma, and of course the Persian Dream. My brother, my sister, it is what it is. Tesori Doriente. Oh Lord God have mercy. Now Tesori Doriente is Italian technology coupled with African natural resources, ingredients, and materials, giving you premium quality, very affordable. Tesori Doriente is distributed proudly in Ghana by Daddy Ash Limited. Now, for bulk purchases and inquiries, please call Daddy Ash on 0244 772599. That is 0244 772599. This is Tesori Doriente, proud sponsor of the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. At this point, my brother, my sister, we are proudly also sponsored by the kind courtesy of Millennium Insurance. Now, what kind of insurance are you looking for that you can't find? Please remember, not every insurance is an assurance. Some kind of insurance will pretend to cover you like a plaster, but ultimately it is a disaster. That is why you must go for your trustworthy partner, Millennium Insurance. Hey, motor insurance policy, is it comprehensive or third party? No problem. Hey, do you want to travel and you need a travel insurance? No problem. Millennium Insurance. Sometimes natural disasters also strike. Volcanoes. You might have earthquakes, tsunamis, floods, and fires. No problem. Hey, we're talking about Millennium Insurance. Theft, burglary, no problem at all. And when it comes to giving you your claims, we are quickest because we know how you feel. And because we are your trustworthy partner, we want to bring you back to a good footing so you can start again comfortably. That is why everybody is doing Millennium Insurance. And I am insured by Millennium Insurance. Our numbers are on the screen. Pick up the numbers and let us insure your life properly. We are your trustworthy partners. Our offices are all over Ghana, from Kumasi all the way to Boko, from Bolgatanga all the way to Binduri, across Takoradi, Koforidua, all the way into Sekunde. No problem at all. Please pick up the numbers and make sure that you call us and make sure that we insure you properly. This is Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. And remember, our sales portal is very simple. Info at millenniuminsuranceGH.org. Yes, sales at millenniuminsurance.org. Sales.millenniuminsurance.org. Sales.millenniuminsurance.org, as you see on the screen. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you. Millennium Insurance is your trustworthy partner. We are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of LEMFI. And when we talk about LEMFI, we're talking about sending money from America, Canada, and all over Europe to Ghana. It's only LEMFI that does it the way you would applaud. Oh my God. Now LEMFI is African, and LEMFI is doing a lot of developmental projects right here in Ghana. Oh Lord, that is why everybody is talking about LEMFI. Listen, if you are a first-time sender, download the LEMFI app from App Store. Right after that, oh, everything is everything. You are ready to send money to Ghana. And when you send $100, Canadian or American dollars and beyond, we give you $20 back. And that is what is called the cash back. Just because you are a first-time sender and you are using the referral code 1RASTA. RASTA Bakupe. Oh my God. Oh yes. And when you continue using the referral code 1RASTA, as you see on the screen, we give you bonuses time after time. Listen, we have the most competitive rates. At the same time, we also never charge you transfer fees. Oh Lord. This is LEMFI. And when we talk sending money to Ghana from Europe, from America and beyond, everyone says it's LEMFI. That is why I am a proud Lemfian. Are you a Lemfian? This is LEMFI. And the money comes into your Momo account or it goes straight into your bank account. The power is in your hands. LEMFI. Send money to Ghana from the UK, US of A, Canada, and Europe. And send it authentically because we are more than just genuine. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. We are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of herbal technology. My brother, don't do self-treatment. Don't do self-treatment. Now, a lot of chemicals are killing us. That is why herbal technology is here. Herbal technology has a product by name Viva Nego tablets produced right here in Ghana. 100% herbal from the wonderful herbs that we have right here. My brother, my sister, and it's supposed to give you vitality. But even with that, herbal technology says, you know what? Don't self-medicate. Pick up our numbers on the screen. Call us. Let us look at you and see exactly what you need. Two people with the same malaria, not the same treatment, will be able to overcome the malaria in both. Sometimes you need different treatments. We are all different because we have different thumbprints. That is why at Herbal Technology, we make sure that first and foremost, we look at you, examine you, and we start by telling you what not to eat and what to even eat more. Then we'll give you a medication that will take care of the situation permanently. Remember, right there inside Herbal Technology, we don't treat, we heal. Find out what the difference is. Call us on 0208-337711. As the numbers shout on the screen. Herbal Technology. We go beyond treatment. We heal. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. Please, at this point, if you have not as yet subscribed to the channel, take 1 second and hit on the subscription button. Right after that, on the notification bell, so that each time we are on, you will be reminded. Please share the broadcast. And we have 3 very important messages today. They are all hot like fire. Story number 1. Watch this. Hey! More trouble for Council of State member TANKO as he flees. More trouble for Council of State member TANKO as he flees. His name is Gabriel TANKO Kwamega Atople. Beautiful name. He was born on the 28th of November in 1987 in Weta, right there in the Volta region, where he has his beautiful TANKO mansion. He's organized a number of concerts in the area, either to celebrate his birthday or some other such thing. He's a very popular guy in the area. My brother, my sister, he is presently a Council of State member. But before he became a Council of State member, he worked at Xylophone with Nam1, with me, myself, and I. We worked in the same Xylophone in 2 different departments. I worked on Xylophone FM, that's the radio department, and he worked with Xylophone Cash. I remember the day that Xylophone Cash was born, like yesterday. I remember Nam1 sitting there, and I remember Tanko, at the time we simply called him Gabi, looking so fresh and hot. My brother, my sister, a young man, fresh from the university, ready for exploits, ready to make it in life. And Nam1 put him in charge of the department. He was the boss of Xylophone Cash. That same day, Nam1's Xylophone Cash decided to post it out on Facebook and beyond. And this was what it posted. On the 17th of May, 2018, he said, swipe left. Gabriel Pamela Kwamega, National Coordinator, Xylophone Cash Ghana, with top dignitaries at the event. Official unveiling of Xylophone Cash as the headline sponsor of the Ghana Premier League. We all remember how much millions Nam1 promised to give to the Premier League. It was all coming through the Xylophone Cash in order to promote this new baby. Everybody had hopes. Unfortunately, Kwamega was only in there for a few months when the whole empire crumbled like a house of cards. Nam1, they said, was on the run. He had been arrested in Dubai. Nam1 started having some run-ins with the law. We all were heartbroken. Our dreams shattered, including the dream of Kwamega, a.k.a. Gabi, a.k.a. Tanko. It wasn't long when Kwamega and Nam1 fell apart. And Nam1 had to even threaten arresting him because of some money he had given to him to do politics. Now, according to Kwamega, this money was given to him as a gift. It was an investment for him to do politics, to run as an MP. But when he couldn't grab the diadem, Nam1 came back asking for the money. And that brought so many problems. Police had to come in. But Kwamega finally settled the debt. And then the relationship went back to normal. My brother, my sister, at what time the Xylophone dream was already gone. The men's gold empire had crumbled down. Basically because of the wickedness of the administration and dirty political people. With the help of the fugitive Ken Oforiatta and his uncles and cousins, they messed up the Xylophone dream. And we all had to scatter. My brother, my sister, we never saw each other again till several years later when there was some information that the gentleman here was actually running for political office again. And his opponent, a chief in the Volta region, decided to call me. And he came to meet up with me. And he told me, you know what? Somebody from my area is trying to run for Council of State member. And he's a criminal. He is a thief. And he showed me documents. I was so interested in this because I don't like thieves. So I took the number and then I called the gentleman. And there on my phone, bam, his name appeared, Gabi, Xylophone. When he answered, I said, is that you, Gabi? Are you the one causing all the problems in the Volta region? Are you Tanko? He said, yes. Somebody just brought me information. Have you gone into fraud? Are you stealing from the people? He said, oh, Blakk RASTA. You know why they are saying this? It's all because of our association with Nam1. And he got me there and then. Because all of us were seen as fraudsters. Because we were associated with Nam1. My brother, my sister. And when he said this, I told him, well, if this is the case, then the people who brought me the story have no case. How about the fraud here? That you defrauded some foreigners. And he said, Blakk Rasta, I'm going to send you a court ruling to show that I didn't defraud anybody. And he sent it to me. I read it and I was excited that my brother was not into any such fraud. So I called the chief and I told the chief, you know what? Your story wouldn't fly with me. Find another person. I don't see any merit in the story. And that's what I do. When you bring me a story, I look at the merits and demerits and I go into the story. And if I realize it's a personal vendetta, I fling it away. You cannot use me to defame people. That was how we came back together again after several years of living xylophone. And he invited me over to his place. Over and over. I think I went there twice to visit him. My brother, my sister. Then we will sit down and talk about the xylophone days. In fact, yesterday, we gave you a whole rundown. I don't want to sound like a broken record. But my brother, my sister, he appeared to me as a hard-working gentleman who was rising from the dust and ashes of the Nam1 Empire. Jesus have mercy. Repeat that, Blakk Rasta. He appeared to me like a genuine guy, hard-working, affable, hey, ubiquitous, trying to rise from the cinders and ashes of the Nam1 Empire that crumbled like a house of cards in that tsunami, political witch hunt and tsunami. So I supported him. Time after time, to give me some cash. And I was excited that we shared the same history. Then boom, as we were getting closer, I went into a meeting and I realized that in the meeting, it came out that they had seen me at a party that he had organized, a birthday party. And I was there with so many people. Alhaji Said Sinari, you know, some MPs and ministers of state and all that. I was there for about an hour because I had to satisfy that invitation. I was busy, but I got there and left after about an hour. After telling him, my brother, I think I have to move. Can I proceed? So they showed me a video. I was at the party. In fact, on arrival, they asked me, do you know this guy? I said, yes, at xylophone. How close are you? Not very close, but we know each other. I can point him out in a crowd. Do you know what business he does? I said, yeah, he told me he does gold business and, you know, precious stones business. He's said to have defrauded some Turkish people of about 17 million. I said, really? I've never known him. Are you sure it's not because of this Nam1 issue that you are dragging this guy into the thing? And they said, no, you got to be careful. The whole meeting, I couldn't think. The moment I left the meeting, I placed a call to him. I said, Gabi, tell me honestly, I just came out of a meeting. You are cited for a 17 million American dollar fraud. He said, why? He said, some Turkish people. I said, oh, really? Did you steal from them? He said, Blakk, it's late. But if you can come, I'll show you documents. I said, tomorrow. The following day, I went to him. He gave me a direction. His office right there in Accra. And then he showed me the documents. I looked at it and I said, well, if the court says okay, then it's okay. Then we have no problem. And then I left. Before I left, he showed me an Arabic writing on the wall from the Quran. He told me, and that was the secret of his success. I was so excited that my own very good brethren had become very spiritual, rising from the ashes of that disaster. So I left feeling proud. My brother, exactly 2 days later, I heard from EOCO that this guy was a criminal and a very dirty one for that matter. I couldn't believe it. They cited the same issue. I said, but he has a ruling from the court and some other such things. They said, no. I saw some documents, left, right, and center, and I was confused. I called him again. And I said, my brother, I'm hearing the same issues again. And this time round is deeper. But he started to throw tantrums. How he wasn't happy with what Raymond Archer was doing, and that he would also go after Raymond Archer. I said, no, that's not the way to go. I think that you can arrange a meeting with this man, sit down with this man unofficially, and get to know what the issues are. You can talk to him. If there is still the need for an investigation, avail yourself. After all, you're a clean guy. Remember, the secret behind your success is the Quranic writing on your wall. He said, yeah, Blakk. And that was it. I never heard from him again until recently. And I'm shocked. Why is Black Rasta shocked? EOCO all of a sudden started running after brother and asked him to come over for an investigation. He sent his manager to go there and test the waters. The manager of Sesiedem went there, and the kind of questions that were shot at him, he realized that no, sir, this was a big tsunami that was looming. So you know what he did? He gave excuses and ran away and told Sesiedem, hey, there's fire on the mountain. All of a sudden, Sesiedem said, I am not going to allow myself to be investigated. And he ran to the court. He got a certain judge by name Apietu from the Adentan court, I am told, who gave a decision. And that decision was basically on the freezing, my brother, my sister, of his accounts by EOCO. You know when investigations start with EOCO, the first thing they do is to freeze your account, especially if it has to do with money laundering. That's why Rashida, Kwabena Dubois, and all those people have their accounts frozen. The point is that they have to detect the problem, then to prevent it if they can. At the same time, they would have to be able to retrieve and recover. That's what EOCO does. So, EOCO decided to freeze this. But after 14 days, you must give another reason why the account must remain frozen. So when 14 days was up, EOCO went back to court and was trying to freeze it again for about a year. That was when my brother went to court and said, you know what? The account should not be frozen. And a judgment was given in his favor by the judge known as Apietu. I won't go into details. Right after that, he went public with the thing that he had won against EOCO. And I called him and said, I think that you are doing the wrong thing. He said, yeah, but they spoiled my name. So if I've won, I have to come out and tell them that I've won. I said, are you sure you have won? He said, yes. And I said, I congratulate you then. EOCO, as if some thunderbolt had all of a sudden exploded. People started bringing petitions from left, right, and center against the same person. From Dubai, all the way to Turkey, India, and all those countries, they all came mentioning one man. The same modus operandi, the same way. Oh, gold, they will supply you with a little bit, and then they vanish and keep the rest of the money. The same thing over and over. My brother, my sister. And EOCO said, okay, the court did not tell us not to investigate you. The court cannot tell us that because we are legally mandated to do that. Come, we want to investigate you. Kwame Gan said, no, you can't investigate me because the court said you can't. EOCO said the court did not say that. Read the thing. Come here. Moreover, even if the court said it, it's just one petition. 4 more have come. Come. Sesiedem said no. So they decided to run after him. Everywhere that officials knew he stayed, they went. They couldn't find him. Then they got information that he was hiding somewhere in Togo. He was moving from one chief to the other, one Volta chief to the other, and gathering the Volta youth to make them feel that the whole thing was a Voltairean witch hunt. They are fighting against Ewes. Oh yes, they don't like us. Meanwhile, the boss of EOCO himself is an Ewe. Hey, and today we're going to break things. Jesus have mercy. EOCO said, we will find you even if you bring Togbe Charlie and dance Abaja, finish and dance Bobobo. We will bring you here for you to complete eating their clan and Fetri Dechi here in our office. Nothing would save you from this investigation. Kwame God said, lie, I won't come. I am a Council of State member. His Excellency, Kwame God, I will not come. I'm even going to tell the president to sack you. Jesus. So at this point, a few Volta youth, misled by whatever they had heard, came out to say, oh, they are fighting against Voltaireans. They are fighting against Voltaireans. And the letter had gone to the president that Raymond Archer and his people should be sacked because they were abusing power. Come, let's investigate you. It's power abuse. So let this one stay there. So this was the letter my very good brethren Kwame wrote. And please look at it. Council of State with the logo of Ghana on BAM. And it's His Excellency Gabriel TKA Kwame Atukple. Since when have Council of Members become their excellencies or His Excellency? Are they supposed to be called His Excellency? Educate me, I don't know. His Excellency. I know that's for ambassadors. That might go for councillors and presidents, maybe prime ministers. But Council of State, I stand to be corrected. His Excellency Gabriel TKA Kwame Atukple. And listen, he wrote all this. I had seen this. He had sent it to me that he was going to send it to Raymond and get him removed if Raymond continued to insist that he will investigate him. And I told him, this amounts to blackmail, brethren. Let's look at it properly. But he went ahead with his threat. What point is Blakk Rasta making here? Listen attentively. Now, His Excellency Gabriel TKA Kwame Atukple wrote this on the letterhead of the Council of State on an issue that is basically private. This is a Sesi Edem issue. Then it goes on a letterhead of the Council of State to fight his personal battle. What happened to the chairman of the Council of State? Do you know who he is? Do you know who the chairman of the Council of State is? My very good friend, Do Ajaho. This is Do Adaho. Do Ajaho. Anytime I hear his name, every good thing in me that is dead awakens. This is what the Asante man will say, me Tinuswama, sorry. Edward Do Ajaho, former Speaker of Parliament, elected Chairman of Council of State. So this is the chairman. Is he aware that Sesi Edem has put a personal issue on a letterhead that belongs to his outfit or the outfit of which he is the chairman? Is he or is he not? My brother, can I tell you something else? His son is called KOFI Ajaho. He is a lawyer of the Night Skilled Chambers. He's a lawyer. He is a lawyer. He is his son. And you know whose lawyer that is? Kwame. TANKO's lawyer is the son of the chairman of the Council of State. Could that be why Do Adahu hasn't issued a statement yet? Hasn't he seen that there is this letterhead that is purportedly fighting a personal issue right on the letterhead of the Council of State? If I'm wrong, say Blakk RASTA, you are wrong. My brother, my sister. So it's a deeply rooted political gymnastic. Can I tell you more? I have a lot of respect for Do Ajahu. You know why? In 2015, I was hauled before the Parliament House of Ghana because I had said that parliamentarians, 80% were using Ntampe. Therefore, they should legalize it. The thing that they are doing now. And he was the Speaker of Parliament. When I appeared before him, everybody in there, a lot, I would say everybody, wanted me to be punished, maybe jailed. He was the only one that at least I could see, and a few others who supported Blakk RASTA. You know what he said that day? Watch this. I was Blakk RASTA's fan. But what? And look at the date. Saturday, 25th July, 2025. Published a day after the sitting. 2015. Saturday, 25th July, 2015. Run the story. Speaker of Parliament Edward Do Ajahu has revealed that he was one of the fans of radio presenter, Kumbrege artist Blakk RASTA, known in private life as Abubakar Ahmed. Mr. Do Ajahu, however, stated that his admiration for the Barack Obama hitmaker fizzled out after he insinuated that about 80% of members of parliament as well as the president smoked marijuana. Dash it away. I didn't include the president. But you see how news is. Ghana can add spices and pepper to make it pepper soup. That's what he said. You know what he said that was not reported? See, I listened to this guy religiously. I was hauled to the Parliament House. First time in the history of Ghana. Rastaman, riff-raff, drug addict. And I appear. People were misbehaving around me. And their boss, the Speaker of Parliament, says, this guy, I am a fan. But because of what he said, my love for him has fizzled. When I apologized, he now said, you have won me back. From that day, I have loved this man. But how many people really know who this man is? Do you know Do Ajahu? Aside just the fact that he was Speaker of Parliament. Aside the fact that, oh, you know what? He is the chairman of the Council of State. Come here. Run the dossier. Now watch this. Edward Kwabili Do Ajahu was born on the 3rd of July 1957. He's older than Ghana. He's a prominent Ghanaian politician and lawyer who served as the Speaker of the Parliament of Ghana from 2013 to 2017. He recently transitioned to a new high-profile role, being elected as the chairman of the Council of State in February 2025. He was born in Hulete in the Volta region. And he attended Accra Academy, where he obtained his O and A levels. And then he graduated from the University of Ghana with an LLB in 1984. I was only 10 years young. He attended the Ghana School of Law and was called to the bar 2 years later in 1986. He began as a state attorney at the Attorney General's Department. He served on the Consultative Assembly that drafted Ghana's 1992 Constitution. He's not a small lawyer. Don't joke with this man. He represented the Aveno Ave constituency for 20 continuous years. 1993 all the way to 2013 on the ticket of the NDC. He held positions including majority chief whip, minority chief whip, and first deputy speaker. And then was elected as the 5th Speaker of the 4th Republic on the 7th of January 2013, becoming the first Speaker chosen from among sitting MPs. What a man. On the 18th of February 2025, he was elected as the Chairman of the Council of State, succeeding his term as a former Speaker. He's a Christian. He's married. Some sources say he has 3 children. Others say he has 5. And one of them is KOFI Jumah Ajahu. He was awarded a Doctor of Law honoris causa by the University of Professional Studies Accra, that's UPSA, in 2013. This is the man. Could he be turning a blind eye to the fact that somebody is misusing a letterhead belonging to the state? Why is he quiet about the issue? Is he embarrassed that a Council of State member is doing this? What is it? Dash him away. Can I tell you more? EOCO has been running after TANKO for some time now. They have not been able to get him yet. But information reaching authorities say that he slipped into Togo and flew to the United States of America. So as we speak, authorities believe that he is not in the country. He has flown to the United States of America. Is it yet another Sedina Christine Tamaklu Ation case? Ken Oforiata case? But you know what? Another case has hit my brother. There is a Dubai-based precious stones dealer, and it's called CONDOMS DMMC. CONDOMS DMCC. That's it. My brother, my sister, and they have sued Kwame for the same things again. That's it. And as you can see from the stamp, it's been received by his lawyers. 19th of February. And you can see his name. Says Edem Company Limited. Mr. Gabriel Kwamla Kwashiga. Kwamega, I beg your pardon. And my brother, my sister, this matter is another one. There are 4 others talking about the same thing. Should we shield each other because we are friends, even when we do criminal activities or purported criminal activities? One man in the line of business, about 7 people have sued you on the same modus operandi. A smart criminal, they say, never repeats a trick twice. When you read criminal books, criminology, it tells you that a criminal never uses one phone boot those days twice. But if this is true, it looks like Kwame has not read enough criminology. The same modus operandi. Oh, I supply you a little bit of the gold. And right after that, boom. In this case, he's supposed to be paying about 700,000 American dollars. He's paid some. He's supposed to finish paying. Every time people are angry with him, then it's about the fact that they went into a gold transaction. He supplied a little bit, and when he gets your confidence, it's gone. The way the Sakawa boys behave. Oh, I have a gold business. Let's do gold business, blah, 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 blah. Then, they send you a bit of it, for you to have a look at. Right after that, when you send the big cash, could this be the case? Should we encourage EOCO to investigate? Or is Kwame Ga bigger than EOCO's investigation? Can I repeat it? Even if he brings Togbe Charlie and he dances Bobobo and he brings the Agbaja group from Angloga, hey, they will dance from now till Jesus Christ comes. The investigation will not be stopped. And we all must encourage that. It's not a tribal war. The Ewes are not interested in criminals. The Ewes are a clean people. The Ewes will not support criminality. I don't support it. That's why I'm probably not rich. Because in our country, anyone who gives you something small, when they go and steal, they expect that we support them. And they know that I won't support that. And a few idiots, oh, he hates this person. He hates that person. Keep fooling. Keep fooling. When I see little twerps misbehaving, and I see boys say, oh, he envies that one. He envies that one. And I ask myself, is he bigger than, or is she bigger than the president who we criticize? Is this person bigger than the whole of Ghana? Or we should keep quiet and sleep on crime so that it will become a criminal state? It's the Blakk Pots, aka Kokoshonemo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more exclusives. Hey ya! Hey you! Wayo!
Sometimes you just need a moment for yourself, a moment to slow down, feel the water, and let the day fade. Tesori is more than just a shower. It's a moment of pure calm, smooth, creamy, and relaxing. With forest therapy, Persian dream, royal oud, thalassotherapy, ikigai, fior di loto, and karma, all in convenient 500 milliliter bottles. There's a Tesori scent to fit every mood, every moment, every kind of you. Feel the lather on your skin. Breathe in the aroma. Let stress melt away and just enjoy the calm. You don't just feel clean. You feel refreshed, confident, and yourself. Tesori d'Oriente. Luxury is a feeling. For bulk purchases, contact Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599.
Tesori d'Oriente.
Skipper George.
Blakk Pot.
It's the black pot, aka Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it will only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do me the favor that I so much love. Subscribe to the channel and hit on the notification bell. At this point, I want to say thank you so much to our sponsors. Thanks so much to Tesori Doriente. Turn every single shower into a royal journey. Thanks so much also to Millennium Insurance. Not every insurance is an assurance. It may pretend to cover you like a plaster, but it is ultimately a disaster. Go for Millennium Insurance. Oh yes, your trustworthy partner. Thanks so much to Lemfi. If it is not Lemfi, coupled with the referral code, RASTA, don't send it. Oh gosh. And thanks so much to Herbal Technology. Listen, with Herbal Technology, we don't just start treating you because you are sick. We find out what the sickness is, what we can give to you to eat as food so that you will be healed. You never leave Herbal Technology and come back reporting the same illness. Never. Herbal Technology. Our own herbs right here in Ghana. Produced right here in Ghana. Under the Ghana sun. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you. Story number 2. Watch this. Dodo. FIIFI KWERTEY likes it raw. No condoms. Is Blakk RASTA the one saying this? No. Her name is Dzidzor, Mensah. FIIFI KWERTEY likes it raw. No condoms. My brother, my sister, some time ago, it came out that she was HIV positive. And then there was the need to pick her up and make her the AIDS ambassador, HIV AIDS ambassador of Ghana. This pretty lady here called Dzidzor Mensah. Hey, then it came out again that she actually was not HIV positive, but she just wanted to encourage people to actually stand up and fight the virus responsibly. So she decided to pose as an actress, HIV/AIDS, and she was paid to be able to do that job. Then she went for an interview on GTV. And while she was being interviewed, of course, she gave all the messages concerning HIV/AIDS, how to avoid that, and all that. And then she was asked, what special talent do you have? And she said, I'm also a musician. He said, oh, sing any of your songs. And she sang a gospel song. She had recorded some gospel songs in the past before becoming the HIV/AIDS ambassador. Now the AIDS Commission allegedly got angry with her. We sent you there to go and talk about HIV/AIDS. Then you go, and when you finish, just walk out. You go and you are promoting your music. We have canceled the contract. And she was kicked out. When she got kicked out, it became controversial because she didn't stop speaking. Obviously, there was a no telling kind of clause in the contract. In other words, nobody was supposed to divulge any information to anybody. Confidentiality clause. But she went out there. I was not HIV positive. I only posed as one. Me. Yes, I actually am an actress. Who did it? And then the HIV/AIDS Commission, AIDS Commission Ghana, got angry. This matter dragged for a very long time. It was whilst she was the AIDS ambassador, claiming that she was HIV/AIDS positive, that she said she met FIIFI KWERTEY, a burgeoning politician who had become a minister of state. And they had unprotected sex, raw, no condoms. Did FIIFI KWERTEY know? Or did they all know that it was a prank? She really did not have HIV/AIDS. She only posed. Her party was in power. She seems to be affiliated to the NDC. She met with FIIFI KWERTEY. They struck an acquaintance. And according to her, they had sex. Remember, we brought you the first part of this story. Now, I don't say when part 2 is coming. And when it comes, it comes. We tried and got in contact with a beautiful lady. All the way in Germany. That's where she is. What is our interest in this case? Simple. The 10-year-old boy that came out of that sex capade needs his father. And if the father, allegedly, all these years, is not ready to own up to his responsibilities, it's our duty to push him to do that. Isn't it? My brother, my sister, one day the 10-year-old boy will grow into a 20-year-old and he will say, there was a guy called Blakk RASTA. He pushed it. And my father finally owned up to me. Thank you, Blakk RASTA. That is why we are following up on this. I spoke to her. But interestingly, Amanziba also allegedly slept with her. According to her, she was 18 then. And Amanziba said no, she was 20. But I'm not interested in that aspect. People fall in love. Even if they don't, they have sex capades and all that is their personal thing. And we are not endorsing fornication. All I'm saying is that it's his personal decision. Consent was there. But in this case, there's a child. Hey, we had an explosive interview. My brother, my sister. And I sweated like a pregnant crocodile on heat. We spoke. Be warned. This interview is explosive. How did she meet FIIFI KWERTEY? Which hotel did they sleep in? How did they do it? Watch this.
It started in 2015. But my first encounter with him was in 2011 when we had a meeting in the State House when he gave me his card, complimentary card. I took it, but that time I was not really into those kind of things. I didn't want to talk, so I just dropped the card somewhere. And that ended it. But later in 2015, somehow we met again. And then he told me that, since the last time I gave you my card, you never called me. And I said, I'm sorry I didn't call. So we clicked again in 2015. Then he said, we have to meet. So basically everything, the talking stage, toasting stage, and all that started in 2015. Then gradually we arranged a meeting. So during a WhatsApp conversation, he made it specifically to me that I don't like condom. That's what he said. Would you do it without it? And I said, okay, no problem. And I just agreed. So he already made it known to me in the WhatsApp message that he doesn't like it. So everybody or he himself knows that if he had even used protection, he could use that against me that, okay, he used it. But since he specifically said it in our chat that he doesn't like it, He already knows that he doesn't like it, and he has already told me that he didn't like it.
But how did the relationship move from one point to the other? Did he tell you he was in love with you? How did it move from just hi, how are you, to bedroom and condoms and all that?
With you are beautiful, wet. And that time I was very slim. Not that I came to Germany, gave birth, started eating anyhow and added weight. Those days I was very, very slim and I was still in my 20s. So there you are beautiful, you have the sexy eyes, your charming eyes always charms me and all those kind of words. And as a young lady, when the man is praising you, you'll be flattered. I was flattered anyway. And the fact that he was actually still a minister, that time he was the Greek minister, I was so happy that, hey, I'm going to go out with a whole minister. You know, that kind of feeling as a young lady. So I was in that kind of beautiful mood, the beautiful moment of, hey, I'm going to go out with a minister. You know, when they are coming, their convoy and all that, it makes me feel so special without thinking about any other thing.
Right.
And then every other communication has been on WhatsApp. So at a point, when things got messy, it was the WhatsApp screenshot. These screenshots are the screenshot I sent to Mustafa. So the reason why I kept mentioning attractive Mustafa in my videos is that from the word go, from all this while, when things started getting messy, when the pregnancy came and when I was going to the hotel, we never met in a house, it was a hotel. There was a hotel around Utsu. That time I was using a Toyota Corolla. He directed me through the place, and then when I'm going to the room, he said I should not talk to the receptionist. When I get to the hotel, there is a right turn. I should just go right. When I go, the door is already open. So it was something like it's pre-arranged, so that nobody will ask me, where are you going, for me to go and mention the minister's name on all that. He arranges everything. So you just walk straight and then you just go, because they are already aware that maybe so and so lady is coming and she will just enter the room.
Do you remember the name of the hotel? Sorry.
I'll prefer to keep it now, the name of the hotel, for some reasons. So I just enter through the reception and then go straight, and the door is already open. I just enter. He instructs me, when you enter the room, make sure you lock the door until I come. So I enter the room, I lock the door until he came, and then when he comes and he knocks, then I open. Then he enters the room. So the relationship started from 2011, when I did not call him, so we never spoke until 2015. Then everything became new again. The chatting, the WhatsApp calling, the sweet messages, that you are beautiful, you have sexy eyes, all those things were basically on WhatsApp, because the man is busy. To get him like one-on-one boyfriend, like the usual boyfriend thing that he will take you to eat ice cream and all those things, you will never get it like that. It is only when he's free. So that was how it happened. So when I got pregnant, immediately I told him about it. And then he told me, no. He calls me G. I cannot make a woman pregnant. I said, why? He said, no. He said he did some surgery. That I said, oh. But looking at the time I met you and all that, it is you. He told me point blank that he is not the one responsible. To be sincere with you, I became confused. There was a time I went to the ministry, the Greek ministry. And then I was writing him, based on the same pregnancy issue, I was writing him through WhatsApp that, Honorable, I'm at your office. He told me that he's not in the office. Not knowing he was in the office. So somebody told me that he's there. And I was insisting that I know you are in your office. So please open the door for me to come. And a lot of people were there. You know, when you go to the ministry, a lot of people want to see the minister. There were too many people there. And then I was still writing him that, please, I need to talk to you, because he was not picking my phone calls anymore. So when I was stressing and I realized that he just wanted to avoid me, I wrote that if you avoid me, I'll go public. And those days to Blakk RASTA, I was not even popular on social media. And I was not even a type of who would like social media by then. It was just recently in 2019 when I came to Hamburg that I opened my Facebook page. So even if you go through the page, you will see the date I created my page. I I told him that I'll go public if you're avoiding me because I'm pregnant. You know what he did? Come, I'm in the office. So he asked me to come. Previously, he told me he was not there. And then I went, and then I had to bypass all the people that were in the waiting, whatever. Then I went straight to him. And I even needed some money to do something. He told me he doesn't have money. I had to force him to get something from FIIFI. Like those girls who will go out with all these ministers and come back with cars and houses. For me, the bicycle tie cry, I didn't get. Bicycle tie, I did not get. And me, I'm not the type who is greedy. When you give me, I'll take. If I ask you and you give me, I'll take. But if you don't give me, I don't know what to do to you. I can't come and kill you to give me, since you say you will not give me.
All this while, were you the ACE ambassador that you were?
When I came out publicly in December 2014, the news was everywhere. Throughout 2015, the news was on fire. It was like fire. They were dragged, right? Every day I was in the front page. These were the moment, the heat moment of the issue. And I was even dragged to court. I was going to the CID headquarters. The CID had invited me to come and answer some questions. They asked me, how much were you paid as the ambassador? 800 cedis a month. With what? And they promised me, because of the stigmatization, that using my face for the entire nation to caution people to abstain from premarital sex, the stigma, blah, 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 was going to come on me. So they promised to protect me by giving me an apartment. They gave me the apartment, but later they took it away. Even that 800 cedis they were paying me, they paid me only for 11 months, and then they stopped and sacked me for no reason, because I had granted an interview at GTV, and during the interview, they asked me that, what is your talent? And I said, I sing. And the man said, the interviewer said, so can you sing one song? Then I played one of my gospel music and we danced. That was all. Ghana Youth Commission said they did not send me to go and promote my music. They asked me to go and educate Ghanaians. So, bam, they terminated my contract just for singing a song. And when you have employed...
And all this was an arranged thing, you said. You did not have HIV.
Blakk RASTA, I think that we should just focus on the FIIFI issue. Because if I go back and bring those issues again, I have fought a trauma, which I just want to bury that in my...
I understand that. So, did FIIFI know that you were the ACE ambassador and he still decided to sleep with you without condoms?
Who in NDC didn't know of my appointment? Of course he knew.
And he decided to sleep with you without condoms?
Blakk RASTA, there are some men, no matter what you do to them, they'll tell you, you need toffee rubber. I cannot eat toffee with a rubber. If I want to eat toffee and feel the taste, I have to remove the rubber. Some men will tell you point blank that they don't like it. And he already told me in WhatsApp chat that he doesn't like it. He made it known to me. Before we started everything, he already made it known to me that he doesn't like it too. And
he knew that you had announced that you were HIV positive.
I said my appointment as an HIV ambassador is known to the entire nation, including every NDC person.
And he still
for reasons best known to him. That one I can't tell.
All right. How many times did you sleep with him before you got pregnant?
I'd rather keep that one private.
Did you sleep with him again after you were pregnant?
When I got pregnant and he got to know, no, never again. Never. I didn't sleep with him throughout my pregnancy, never.
But before you got pregnant, it was more than once you slept with him, right?
That I prefer to keep it private.
All right. Let's proceed.
But he will not sleep with you on the bed. There is a bed in the hotel. He will tell you he doesn't like the bed, so he has his own cloth. He will put it on the floor rather than sleeping on the bed.
Wow.
Yeah, he doesn't like to sleep on the bed.
He would put a cloth on the floor.
On the floor, yeah. Blakk RASTA, you see this issue, when you are, I want to go deep into the spiritual aspect of the issue. You don't discuss spiritual issues in the media. There are people who don't even understand. They will think you are mad. What is she talking about? So there are some things that I would just rather prefer to go the physical aspect of my problem with him.
Was it the same thing he used each time he met you? Was it the same thing, the cloth, or he changed the cloths?
I have never slept with Honorable on bed. It is cloth on the floor.
Did he always change it, or it was the same cloth?
I have never slept with Honorable on the bed. It has been on the cloth.
Yes, and was it changed, or it was the same cloth for spiritual reasons?
I know where you are going. You have twisted the question. You want to know how many times I slept with him? Blakk Rasta,
I'm just looking at the spiritual side. The spiritual side. Whether it was the same cloth.
The spiritual side, people will not even understand it. So let's even leave that one. Let's just deal with the physical. So the physical, God made sure that I got pregnant. The child is the evidence of what has happened to me all these years. The child is an evidence to what has happened to me all these years. Blakk Rasta, when I went to Togo, all the things that happened to me, it was just recently that I started going back to watch FIIFI's old interviews and saw that he had even schooled in Togo, his primary school, JSS, whatever. He is connected to Togo. And for me, the mistake I made in my life was to bring my family the direction to my hometown on social media, because I love my family. Whenever I'm with them and I buy food for them, I do things for them, I always want to show it, the love that we share. When I brought the issue of kidnapping in Togo on social media, then I made sure that I joined this story when I got to know that that issue in Togo was not just limited in Togo. It has a connection in Ghana. So when I came back to Nogopo and I saw the same attack, I said, no. Is it this secret between FIIFI and I that has cost my life, that they want to terminate and silence me? That was why I joined the story. But Ghanaians are not getting me clearly. People are saying the kidnap issue didn't fly. What didn't fly? I'm talking about safety issues. You are talking about trending. Trending can end.
So you were actually kidnapped?
In Togo, yes. When I came back to Ghana, when I was in Nogopo, even in Nogopo, there was a time that when I had to leave that place that I was sleeping, I slept in Nogopo for 5 weeks. To go to use the toilet, I had to even beg the old man. There's a boko there, that Papa made a cuckoo, because when you see people around you, when you see motor guys looking on their phone and looking at you, you know that no, people are after me. Blakk Rasta, I had told this issue to 3 different people that I don't want to come public with FIIFI's issue.
Okay, all right.
Desmond John Beddy is the owner of Top Africa, a radio station I've worked with as an entertainment host. And I told John Beddy that, please, this is what is happening. This issue, I don't want it to be public. So can you talk to him? He told me FIIFI is his classmate. Then I told 2 bloggers who are strong NDC members on social media. And I'm 100% sure that they are part of it, thinking that because I've told them, then eventually I was going to come out with the issue. But I just did so that everything will remain in the party. For them to beg him. FIIFI has never set an eye on this boy for 10 years. He has never spoken to him on phone, even for once. If you could remember, there was a time, it was in 2018, that I made a public post that I was going to end my life, that I have gone through enough.
Right.
No money to eat, no place to stay. The stigma was so high that nobody would employ me. And I was having FIIFI's son with me. He wouldn't pick my call. You see, if you see the pain that I have endured with this boy, the pain that I have endured with this boy, I had to relocate to Germany because somebody had given me a donation. Kofi Amwa on Facebook. When I was crying that I did not have money to eat, even there was a time you even gave me money. Was it you gave me 50 cedis when I visited whatever I said, Angel. Nigel's church.
Right.
These were very tough moments in my life, that even to feed the boy, money to even buy diapers was the problem. But FIIFI was there. So he just made this a point that he was never going to take care of the child. I will call this man. I can call FIIFI for about 6 months before he could pick once. So when the DNA started, it started in 4 years ago. I was telling him that this boy is your son. That was when he suggested that, okay, I've been telling you that I couldn't make you pregnant, but if you are insisting, then the only way I can confirm is if you do a DNA test. And for 4 years, for 4 good years.
Wow.
What prevents him from doing the DNA test? And you hear people shouting now, for all this while, why did you keep quiet? If I had spoken about it, the same people would have said, why didn't you wait for a while? I have waited till they're asking me, why didn't you talk earlier? This is human nature.
Right. Right. So he never paid any child support all 10 years.
He never paid anything. But let me not lie. There was a time, was it 3 years ago? I came to Ghana. He had promised me that when I come, we will talk about the DNA issues. I came, I waited, I called until my time was going. My flight ticket. I told him, no, but next week my ticket will expire. And then he sent me 2,000 cedis that I should renew the ticket. I should take the date forward because he doesn't have time. So I put the date forward. So that time I stayed in Ghana for 2 months, 2 weeks instead of just 1 month because I was waiting for him. And the last time he gave me money again was last December. I was in Ghana. I worried him, I disturbed him, I called, and then he sent me 5,000.
Ghana cedis.
So after all these years,
5,000 Ghana cedis.
5,000 Ghana cedis, and the 2,000 Ghana cedis he gave me to push my flight ticket forward because he was not ready to talk about the DNA. So after all this, this guy, Mustafa Attractive, when I was pregnant, I came to Germany with a pregnancy, thinking that when I give birth, I'll get resident permit. Somebody deceived me. I didn't know that you have to make somebody be a father of the child. Like maybe if you got pregnant in Germany and the father happens to be a German citizen, then the man will sign for you. I didn't know. I thought the moment I come with the pregnancy, I'll get to stay. Not knowing it was not like that. So I was in Germany throughout from December 2015 and I gave birth in March 2016. These were the very tough moments in my life when I sent Mustafa. Because he was proving stubborn, I sent Mustafa to go to his office. Then that one, he put the money directly into my bank account, Fidelity account. It was, is it 20,000 cedis or 10,000 cedis? This, between these two figures, it's either 20,000 cedis or 10,000. But if I go through my bank statement, I'll find it there. The exact amount, because the date is the year is in 2016, 2015 or 2016. If I go back to my bank statement, I'll find the amount he put there. So throughout the pregnancy, either 10,000 or 20,000 cedis, and then all this number of years, 5,000 cedis and 2,000 cedis. Okay. No property, no house, no car. Me, I'm not even envious of any of those things. But for the child, even if you not give the child any money, just for you to hear his voice, Keke.
Wow.
No. Yes. That's Rasta.
Have you
Mm-hmm.
tried to link up to his wife or to his family?
Yes. After some time, he asked me to talk to his cousin. He gave me his number. That he's a very busy man. That I shouldn't expect that anytime I call, he will answer. So he gave me his cousin's number called Felix. Very slim guy with big eyes, protruding eyes. I've met Felix once before. I've met him once. So it is Felix that I started dealing with because Honorable will not pick your call. So every time, Felix, we want to talk to your brother. Felix, I beg you. Felix, I'm begging you. The child is crying. The child is worrying me. He said, Dzidzor, me too, I'm trying. Me too, I'm trying. Sometimes he doesn't answer my call. So even the person that I had to trust is also complaining to me that PIIFI is not picking his call. Then who do I cry to? And I hear people shouting, why don't you go to his family house? How would I go to his family house? The person has not introduced you to any family member. Can I just walk, bam, and be looking for PIIFI family house? And then when I find somebody, I'll tell the person I have a child with him. How does this work?
Okay. Her name is Dzidzor Mensah Joyce. And this was what she told us. My brother, my sister, she went ahead to say the child is now in foster care because she's gone through bouts of mental issues, depression, left, right, and center. And for that matter, the German authorities now have decided to take the child. There's nothing she can do to get back the child. The only way she can get back the child is when the father consents. There was a time she had a Nigerian boyfriend, but the boyfriend died along the line. And she believes that FIIFI KWERTEY is the father. I asked her, how about if you go for the DNA and it comes out that he's not the one? Then she told me something that shook me. She said, then I will turn to my son and tell him, you have no father. Because there's no other person to push forward and introduce to my son as the father. I may just tell him that his father is dead or he has no father. I don't know why FIIFI is so ashamed of me. I know I have my past, but everybody does. Right now, our son is in foster care. Honorable, I beg you, please save the soul of our son. She said recently, the son started asking about the father. I want to see my father. I want to talk to my father. He goes to school and everybody's father comes to see them. But he doesn't have a father. She says she's been struggling so much. And Honorable does not want to listen to her. The DNA, he doesn't want to do it. Could a court of law compel a DNA to be done? Is it possible? Maybe that will be the next stage. And people should come out and support. I am ready to help. If that will compel the honorable man to come out and accept responsibility, if it comes out that he's responsible. If honestly, as alleged, he has had a surgery and is unable to have children, vasectomy, then that's it. It should be easier for you to even go for the DNA test. Why is it taking time? Is he embarrassed of the lady? Now, the lady has gone through a lot of issues with bipolar. The AIDS Commission business. The kind of problems that brought her. The stigma. The disgrace. Could FIIFI KWERTEY just be the answer? I'm going to share something with you. I asked her again if she has tried in the past to have a relationship with FIIFI KWERTEY. And this is where I applaud FIIFI KWERTEY. You know when we report it straight. She said she tried several times, but FIIFI KWERTEY always said no. It looked like FIIFI realized that he had made the first mistake by associating with this lady outside his marriage. But according to the lady, it might have been for some spiritual reason. And once he got it, he didn't want to return. And we want to look at it physically. She said she tried over and over to get FIIFI to come and eat from her pot again. But every time he declined. There was a time she was even with FIIFI in a car on one of her visits. And she tried to kiss FIIFI. And FIIFI pushed her back and said, no, this thing shouldn't happen. I give FIIFI thumbs up. And his wife is watching this. What I see, I may be wrong, is that he did it once. And then I am told that he went for a test, HIV test, and it was negative. And he told himself, maybe if she's truly HIV positive, then God has saved me. Let me not go in there again. That's school of thought 1. School of thought 2. I went into this kitchen and ate from the pot. Yes, the food was sumptuous, but there's a lot around this lady. I don't want to be associated. Let me stay back. The third school of thought is this. Yes, I've eaten from that pot. It was good. But I think that I have to be a responsible husband and stick to my wife. Therefore, whatever we did was a mistake. We shouldn't have done it. Let's leave it there. Unfortunately for him, a child came out of that supposed mistake. So, as an honorable man, it's happened already. The boldness with which you were able to stand on your 2 feet and say, no more, no case, no logarithms, nothing. You should be bold again. You say, I'm going for the DNA. If that's my child, I will accept the child and give him the best future I can. Yes, there was a mistake, but I'll turn that mistake into a celebration for the sake of that little 10-year-old. But if you keep running left, right, and center, the lady is accusing. She just started accusing seriously. It is you, it is you, it is you. Even for your political career, it's not the best. Yeah, you can put the tag on her that she's crazy. But listen to the interview. Does this sound like a crazy person? She's smart. Look at how I tried to manipulate her to tell me how many times she slept with FIIFI. Do you think a crazy person would be able to navigate that question? Those of us who are not even crazy, I've done interviews for over 20 years. Honorable members, professors, I'm able to ask the same question in another way that get them to answer. I couldn't do that with this one. Does that sound to you like a crazy person? She might have her own mental issues. But when we spoke, I didn't see an iota of that. Again, the boy needs his father. Whatever we'll do for the father to own up, we will do it. It's the Blakk Pots, a.k.a. Kokushodemo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we have a big explosive story. Hey, yo! Hey, ya! Hey, woyo!
Blakk Pot, Kokushodemo.
It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kokushodemo. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 3. Watch this. Former GIHOC boss KOFI JUMAH on EOCO Crossfire. Hey. Today, it came out that EOCO had spread its tentacles all the way to the Ashanti region, looking for a 1950-born KOFI JUMAH. This is the guy. Now, KOFI JUMAH was chased by EOCO all the way to his base in Kumasi. If you are seeing this face for the first time, run the dossier and see exactly who this man is. Maxwell KOFI JUMAH was born on the 26th of June, 1950. He's popularly known as Kofi Ghana, and is a seasoned Ghanaian politician, administrator, and former corporate executive. He has held several high-profile public offices under the NPP and recently concluded a long tenure as the head of GIHOC Distilleries. And that is why we are here. He was born in Antwerp. The town was made very popular by Jerry John Rawlings and Twanyama. Do we all remember? In the Ashanti region. He is an alumnus of Prempeh College, and he holds an MBA in Finance and International Marketing from Rutgers University from 1983, when I was only 9 years old. Flip. Now, my brother, my sister, he became the mayor of Kumasi, appointed as the Metropolitan Chief Executive for the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, KMA, by President John Kufuor in May 2001. Then he also became Member of Parliament, representing Asqua, for 2 terms, 2005 all the way to 2013. Jesus. He became a deputy minister for local government and rural development for 2 years, 2007 to 2009. Hey, now he became the corporate leader of GIHOC Distilleries, an outfit that was built from the ground by Kwame Nkrumah. He served as the managing director of the state-owned GIHOC Distilleries Company Limited, and he was named, listen, as CEO of the Year at the 2019 Ghana Manufacturers Awards for his work in revitalizing the company. 2019, who was in power? Nana Addo. Now, in 2026, this year, he has been at the center of a high-profile legal investigation. On the 29th of June, 2025, he was arrested by the National Security Operatives and the police CID in connection with alleged financial misconduct and the unauthorized sale of GIHOC assets during his tenure at GIHOC. Did you hear that? Investigations have focused on the alleged purchase of a high-value Hyundai Genesis G90 for a fraction of its market value. He bought it for only 4,900 Ghana cedis, less than 5,000 cedis. Meanwhile, its market value is almost 100,000 Ghana cedis, 99,000. Are you following? And the suspicious sale of a company property in Tema, valued at 700,000 American dollars. Loot. Lootocracy, according to the reports. Flip. This is Maxwell KOFI JUMAH. Hey, EOCO went after him. They ran all the way to catch him in Kumasi. He's supposed to be in retirement. Do we all remember that his son, KOFI JUMAH, got married to Nana Akufo-Addo's last daughter, Edwina Akufo-Addo? This was the wedding. And you see KOFI JUMAH standing on the left-hand side of the bride. And his son standing there. Nana Addo is also standing there. Edwina Nana Dokua Akufo-Addo. Nana Dokua was a great warrior in Achem, very close to the power of Ya Asantua, if not even more. But history doesn't give her, in fact, the attention that she deserves right here in Ghana. This was how the wedding went. And that is KOFI JUMAH at the far end on the left. Very colorful. And you know where they did it? At the State House on Saturday, the 9th of October, 2021. The presidential villa. They had this wedding there, high profile. So this is the president's family. KOFI JUMAH is the president's in-law, the former president's in-law. They got married. Could this be one of the reasons they probably turned a deaf ear and a blind eye to all the shenanigans alleged of KOFI JUMAH? How can you buy a state car that is worth 99,000 Ghana cedis at 4,900, less than 5,000? Then I could have bought 10 of those with just 50,000. I only need to save for about 4 months and I can do that. My brother, my sister, EOCO decided to go there. And when they arrived, they had been tipped off that he was around. And my checks, and it's very simple. Why would EOCO want to take you by surprise? Because they want to catch you before you hide things. If you are investigating somebody and you want to catch them on the break, the biggest reason is that you want to catch them unawares so that they will not be able to hide anything. So they started following this one like the patient vulture that they are. They got wind that he was in Kumasi and he was headed for his house. They waited until he entered the house. And then they stood at the gate, knocking with cameras. Knock, 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 knock. Somebody probably hinted the old man, 76-year-old man, that, you know what? The law is here. They refused to open the gate. EOCO's operatives broke down the door as legally allowed and entered into the house. There were people there, but the man himself was not there. How did he leave the place? Where was he hiding? But the good news is that EOCO was able to pick up exactly what they needed for their investigation. That's the good news. EOCO was able to pick up the documents and other such things that they needed to be able to pin this man to his crimes. EOCO has become the icon of the anti-graft. EOCO has become the power behind fighting corruption in Ghana. Take it or leave it. Some people say that Oral is dead. How can Oral die when EOCO is alive? Is it possible? This is the president's in-law. He's not above the law. 76 years old. They have chased him all the way into his home in Kumasi. They couldn't grab him, but they grabbed all the documents needed. My brother, my sister, and very soon, 76 years old or 2 million years old, if they have to go to jail, they will go there. And if they die there, we shall carry them and bury them. Nobody is too old to be in jail. If you are not too old to be engaged in crime, you shouldn't be too old to go to jail. True? What are the crimes of this man? Alleged crimes. Run the dossier. What are his alleged crimes? What has he done? Allegedly, he's accused of multiple counts of financial misconduct and mismanagement during his tenure as managing director of GIHOC Distilleries. Now, these allegations surfaced following his arrest on the 29th of June 2025 and a subsequent investigation by the Economic and Organized Crime Office EOCO and the police CID. Now, he bought a car, my brother, my sister, for less than 5,000 Ghana cedis. And this car, the real value is 99,000 Ghana cedis. He allegedly failed to return 3 state-owned luxury vehicles after leaving office, including an Audi valued at over 60,000 American dollars. Investigators are probing the sale of GIHOC properties in Tema, valued at over $700,000, which were reportedly sold without the required board or ministerial approval. And reports indicate that he allegedly received a mandatory weekly allowance of 40,000 every Friday. He went to take 40,000 Ghana cedis to go and drink a petition over the weekend, paid on top of his regular salary and fuel benefits. Those are aside. The 40,000 is for a petition and chibo and maybe chichinga. He is also accused of artificially inflating the company's workforce, which exerted significant financial pressure on GIHOC's budget. He was employing family and friends, basa. Under his leadership, the company reportedly suffered massive financial losses exceeding 50 million Ghana cedis across 2022 and 2023. Yet he was voted as the best CEO in 2019. Hallelujah. He reportedly threatened to dismiss staff who participated in legally protected labor strikes. And as of 14th April 2026, EOCO officers raided his Kumasi residence to seize documents and laptops as part of the ongoing probe. Although he has been granted bail of over 500,000 Ghana cedis, he remains under investigation for causing financial loss to the state and abuse of public office. Dash it away. So EOCO is doing the job. EOCO is not sleeping. Hey, unprecedentedly, they gave us over 600 million Ghana cedis in recovery, debt recovery, and other such recoveries. Hey, EOCO will chase you. Whether you are a he-goat or a she-goat, EOCO will chase you. It doesn't matter who you are. That's why I like EOCO. All my life as a media person, I've never been enthusiastic about an outfit like EOCO. Tell me, those who have followed me from when we started, when have I ever been this so passionate about an outfit that is fighting corruption? Because most of the time, they pretend to be fighting corruption. This time round, rubber bullets are not fired. Live ammunition. Ratatatatatatatata. It's the Blakk pot, aka Coco Show. And here, we speak truth to power. At this point, I want to say thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you. Oh, Lord. Thanks so much to our sponsors. And this show has all the sponsors. Oh, my God. Thanks to you. We appreciate you. And the sponsors love the show because the mileage is wide and huge. Do you want your product to grow? this is the channel. Okay? Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Or tell us a story that is dear to you so we can follow up on that. We are masters of the game and we charge nothing, absolutely. We are here because of you. All right? Thanks so much to Tesoro d'Oriente. Turn every single shower into a royal experience with the Tesoro shower gel. It smells like heaven. And when I use it and I go to the office, the young ladies hide and talk behind my back. In a Blakk Rasta there, yeah, perfume ben or use soon as ano. Oba obeka se mframa fufro be bow. Na Rasta man I say when yeska pa na ne we no nyina asesa. You know how young ladies talk, the AI talking. Hey. Here to Tesoro d'Oriente. It makes you smell like heaven. Your confidence is like heaven. Jesus. And thanks so much to Millennium Insurance. Remember, not every insurance is an assurance. This insurance might pretend to cover you like a plaster, but it is ultimately a disaster. That is why Millennium Insurance is number one. A trustworthy partner. And thanks so much to Lemfi. I am a proud Lemfian. Please, if you're sending money to Ghana, from America, across Canada, all the way down to Europe, the go-to point is Lemfi. No transfer fees. And at the same time, you get the most competitive rates. And it's more than just legal. It comes into your Momo account or in your bank account. And it comes with the speed of light. Pyro! Lemfi. I am a proud Lemfian. Finally, I want to say thank you so much to Herbal Technology. Hey, they are making us proud all over the world. Hey, our own herbs. They research into that seriously. And they use that to make tablets. The first in Ghana to make tablets. Herbal Technology. They are graduates from the University of Science and Technology and beyond. Hey, you don't go to Herbal Technology and come out the same. You know what to do? You pick up the numbers and call Herbal Technology. They make sure they look at you first. The fact that you have malaria doesn't mean the same malaria medicine is good for you. Nah. They look at you and they tell you, you know what? We'll give you this tea. Drink this tea for 2 days and return. After 1 day, you are more than just strong. But they will still tell you to come. When you come, and they will tell you, from now, avoid this, avoid this. This was the cause of your thing. There are some people, every week they have malaria. Yet there are no mosquitoes in their area. They say it's spiritual malaria. When you go to Herbal Technology, you are healed beyond just treatment. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. It's a Blackboard. Let's see your comments. And we are done for the day, okay? We appreciate you. Ufoma Holy Omoto says, Blakk Rasta, I salute you, bro. More fire. Kamshina Zaid says, Blakk Rasta, more fire. It's been a long time. I've been missing class for a while because of work. I traveled out of the country small, but I'm back. Thank you, Kamshina. Welcome home. Isa Yesu says, hello, Blakk Rasta. Keep your good work. The youth of Ghana, they feel your vibe, Blakk Rasta. I feel the youth of Ghana as well. Nana Ogum Power says, my special greetings to Spiritual President Nana Obidiaba Muwa Fire Julius Wemano. Saying, good evening, Blakk Rasta. Yes, man. How are you? And then we have Prince Johnson II. The FIIFI KWERTEY doesn't like. The lady is bipolar. Well, it's not about the lady. It's about the child. Okay? All right. Abena Sela says fire, yeah. Or sign Bedu says, come here. The Black Pot, aka Kukusho. McCarthy Courage says, more fire, yeah. Blakk Rasta. Golden Razak says, watching you live all the way from Tamale. God bless you, Blakk Rasta. Ras Okoko Fisun Moon says, this It's the Black Port, aka Kuku Show. More comments. And we have McCarthy Corey say more fire. And then he says special greetings, Black Rasta. More fire watching you live from Ada Dogo. McCarthy Corey is still speaking. And he says, Black, so when are you coming to Ada Dogo? I'm coming soon. I used to have a girlfriend there. She got married, so I stopped coming there. I traveled small, no, then they forced her into a traditional marriage. So from that time, I know they feel I die again. Anyway, on a more serious note, Ada is a place I love. And sometimes I enter there quietly and secretly. But now that you want me to show my face, I will enter there with noise. Okay? Joseph Nyamicha says, greetings, Black Rasta. McCarthy Corey says, Black, I'm in my village and I'm watching you live from Adandogo. Last copy says, fire, yabo. Fire. More comments coming in. Flip. We have Ras Okoko Moon. Say, come here. Watch this. Says the Black Port. That's last copy. Cephas. Ababi. Ukuya. Says, I thought this man said he's not at xylophone and never worked with Nam1. He said he never worked with Men's Gold. Men's Gold and xylophone, though owned by the same Nam1, were different. Men's Gold dealt with the money, the gold, while xylophone dealt with different aspects of media. So Kwame Ga was not at Men's Gold. He was at xylophone, owned by Nam1. For you, it doesn't make any difference once Nam1 is inside, okay? I know that's why you are talking. Timla Baji says, watching with you. Okay. Togbi Nyakeli, Church of Fear, the second, powerful name. And this is he's watching all the way from Aflau, the seventh. Yes. Togbi Nyakeli, Church of Fear, the seventh. Oh my God. What a name. I love this. Patawo says, hello, Black Rasta. Hi, Pat. Leke. F1. Benamao. More comments. Akusaya Baba is happy. Godwin Mawuduji Agbeba Flare says, I'm more fire. Marjorie and Buckley Jones. So watching from Manchester, United Kingdom. All right. Love you. Yeah. Marjorie and Buckley Jones. Yeah. Are you British? Or you're English? Are you drinking water? What a name. Marjorie and Buckley Jones. If you're in Ghana, you'll certainly be a fancy. But because you are there, maybe you are English. Or you are British. Are you on Twitter? And drinking water? Precious Charlotte Adade says, Michael Mensah Kebe. What a name. Can one use official letterhead for his personal problem? What do the law say right here? That's why we are calling on the chairman of the Council of State to educate us. And a member of the Council of State, is your right title His Excellency? I want to know. I'm illiterate about that. Okay? Agbeshi Victor says, good evening, Black Rasta. How you doing? More comments coming in. We have JDSGH says, greetings, Black. We are live. Why, our country or nothing. Why, Black, speak truth to power. Then we have great man Burobantan. Come here. Here, we speak truth to power. Randa Dozier, aka Kukusho. Ali Nkrumah, Black, and the news about the empty-headed. He's my brother. You can't call him an empty-headed guy. A ball. I know where they are no good talk because you make a ball. A bronye be my guy. Be my guy. A bronye. Rich Lip says, good evening, everyone. And part 2, watching you live from Missouri. Ali Nkrumah says, if you want to always be the first to know, then subscribe to this channel Because here we give exclusives. Thank you, Alain Kromaist. Henry Atia says, Blakk, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Henry Atia says, Blakk. AG, Honorable Dominic Akuritinga Ayene. Yes, my uncle. But Blakk, I tell you what. I'm disappointed in him for making A+ go scot-free and keeping the policeman's documents against Afenyo Marken for almost a year. Maybe A+ hasn't gone free yet. Maybe. Just playing the devil's advocate. Today I spoke about this on radio, and we're going to push and see justice done. Because justice should be justice for all. Some people shouldn't face justice and get justice, and others don't face and don't get. Okay? Forshi says, Blakk Rasta Kukushodamo. This is the Black Pot, and here we speak truth to power. Good job, and we appreciate it. Thank you, bro, from George Dele, right there inside Germany. Dortmund, to be specific. We take 2 more slides, and we are done for the day. Samuel Nati says, Wayoy, come here, Rasta. Pese. He says, please. Any update on the long vehicles overweight? That is Excellency John Dramani Mahama assured regulations to control and reduce road damages in Ghana. We'll follow up on that with the road minister. Okay? Henry Atia says, Blakk, please, the AG is back home. Now, please make sure you get justice for the poor policeman. Of course, we have done some speaking, and anytime soon, prosecution should fly. We'll push. You know that we love justice, right? We'll push. Kofi Azuma says, greeting to my brother Blakk Rasta this blessed Tuesday. Kofi Azuma says, Blakk Rasta, the weather is hot here now. Hey, Ghana is hotter. Yesterday it rained in my area, and I was lying down like a king. You know, I don't have air conditioning in my house, you know. I don't really like it. But now I'm thinking about getting one. Because I live on the hills, you know. And it's always fresh breeze. But these days, heat. Sweating. Anyway, yesterday was good. I loved it. I can't wait for this heat wave to blow away. All right? Agatha Michael says, hey, our country or nothing. Kofi Azuma says, Blakk Rasta, we are sending you love from Pennsylvania. Thank you so much. Henry Atia says, Blakk, my uncles are very strong and very powerful. If you go to the Upper East Bolgatanga, love them so much. Okay? He says, greetings to all my brothers and sisters here. Much love. Kofi Azuma, thank you so much. We appreciate you. One more slide and we are done. Henry Atia says, fire. Kofi Azuma says, can we get everyone here right now to click on the like button and subscribe and donate to this channel if you haven't done so yet? Ameto Michael says, Jesus have mercy. Kofi Azuma says, make sure you share this live stream right now to all your friends and family members to come and watch and listen to the truth here, Blakk Rasta. Kofi Azuma says, greetings to my young brother Kevin Taylor, Free Mind, John Hughes, Woody Maya, and that big time DJ, Kimo, in Bolgatanga. Fafa Konu says Blakk Rasta allegedly is a gold scammer, and I even know his malam who does his things for him. Who is that? Who are you talking about? Please send us a private message. Maybe we can have an interview with the malam. Maybe his Bansiri failed this time. Kofi Azuma says, share this live stream, Blakk Rasta, on all your social media platforms right now. Kofi Azuma finally says, I'm sharing this live stream with my family members and friends right now. I will be back soon. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you. It's been the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. I want to appreciate all of you, and I want to say thank you to all our sponsors. At the same time, thank you for keeping the platform hot and decent. We love you. You know, it's the most decent. Here we speak the truth, and we make sure we don't use expletives. And we make sure we use decorous language, and we research well. And we give you the exclusives. And when you hear it from here, it's final. It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. Hey-ya! Hey-yo! Why-yo! Come on!